Well, hello there. How's your day? Alright, if you guys are seeing this video, I believe you guys have an understanding of what am I going to do next in this video. I mean, I have been giving a hint and talk about it, about I'm creating some sort of lesson, and in the case, in this time, I will say that, let's just say that I'm going to be a sensei here, and I will be teaching you guys some simple Japanese words or letter. And you guys don't need to worry about anything. Just slowly learn everything slowly, once at a time. And when I say once at a time, I will be create from now on. I'll be create when I'm actually got the time. I will be creating short videos on some simple Japanese words. But before even I start out with the Japanese word, I will be teaching you guys the first thing first of all. Japanese is hiragana and katakana. But how am I gonna teach you guys? What kind of method am I gonna teach you guys? Which, well, basically I'll be breaking it into three portions, and it will be the same three portion of how I'll be teaching even when we translate up into the Japanese phrase or sentence, which is basically what I call it the ATM. Alright, it's called the ATM. Ame teaching method. So basically, what I will be teaching you guys is that I will be teaching you guys word of the day or letter of the day depending on the situation, and I'll be teaching you guys the pronunciation of it as well as how to write it. Don't need to worry if you guys say, oh, Ame Sensei, this way is so hard to write. I will be teaching you guys how to write it, alright? Don't worry, I will teach you guys how to write. So you, and if there is other words that is so written is so similar to it, I will teach you guys the at the same time how what is the differences and how to prevent it from getting the mistaken. And the second part will be the variety of the word or letter. So basically, if there is like different style of the words, then I will teach, and then I will teach you guys, and then I will point out what's the difference and how to prevent it yourself from getting confused. And last, I will end it with some example how to use it. Basically, the example is will be how to use it. Some of the fun fact that I know myself, as well as some of the thing you might want to take note. So basically, this is the three variety of thing you guys need to take note: the word of the day, the variety of words, as well as the ensemble on how to use it. So basically, this is the three thing. So how am I gonna teach you guys about like word of the day? Well, basically, one example I will show you guys would be like, and I'll be teaching, like, for example, for hiragana itself, I will be teaching you guys like, oh, there is the romaji, the romaji for it, like basically the English pronunciation for it, and I will teach you guys the katakana or the hiragana version of it. So basically, for example, if this case, if the word itself is like if there is a hiragana or the katakana version of it, then I will indicate it out as well as written it out. Basically, how am I going to teach you guys? It's basically in a simple way or explanation is like, for example, I am going to teach you guys the 50 the goju on the 50 sound, or basically the hiragana and the katakana. And in a sense, it's like we have to start from scratch if you are going to learn Japanese properly. I don't, because I do. Some people will be like, I can speak in Japanese, but I can't read Japanese. There's no excuse on you can't read Japanese. You are going to learn everything from scratch. So even if you learn and understand how to speak in Japanese, you are required to learn the written version as well as to read it, because there's no point if you can't even read Japanese. Even though you can speak Japanese, speaking Japanese and written in Japanese is two different story, alright, guys. I mean, like, if you want to give an example, I would just say that you can write very, very good, but you can't speak very well, or you can speak very well, but you can't write very good. But in Japanese, it's the same thing. But at the same time, what I'm going to teach you guys is the written version, the how to write it as well as how to use them. And once you learn about that, if you want to bring it into your own your speaking Japanese conversation, then by all means go ahead. But this will be how I'll be teaching you guys. So in like, for example, in this case, I'll be teaching you guys how the pronunciation. Like for this word is a lot. I know it's written as a, the pronunciation for this word I will be teaching, like for example, I will say, oh, this is the day, the word of the, or letter of the day will be ah, ah, or even you can even pronounce it ah. So that I will be teaching you guys the pronunciation, how they can be used, and what kind of variety are there, as well as how to write it. I know there are some people who are confused on how are they going to write the letter. It's like you just type it in the keyboard or type it in your mobile and it'll be very easy. Yes, I'm aware of it. So if you guys want to learn how to write it, I am going to teach it in my videos. And how am I going to teach it, you guys? One simple way will be open up this, and then I will show you guys how to write it. So basically for me, I will just use this pen here, and I will teach you guys, like example, I will teach you guys how to write it easily. I will teach you guys. Basically, I have myself a Wacom tablet, so I do know how to use it. Don't worry, guys. But another thing that you guys need to understand is that in this case, I will be like teaching you like the word example earlier. I will be teaching you guys like I will teach you guys how to write it, the way to write it, or sometimes you might come if there is other variety of the word like oh, like I and O, right? They look so similar. What are we gonna do? It's two different words, alright, guys. So I will be teaching you guys how to write, like for example, like this for this word example are. So example, I'll be teaching you guys like some example, like you draw one line across, and then you don't go straight downwards. You curve it a little bit. So it's like a curved T letter. You start out with a curved T letter, and you start it from near this point here, somewhere here, and you drag it down all the way to the as low as possible. So basically, once you can drag all the way possible start from here, you want to drag to the base all the way below. Do a circular curve, cross here. You have to cross here, okay? And then cross below this, and then drag it downwards. It will. So you have to slowly practice. So once you start to learn it, you'll be able to draw it easily. So this is how I'll be teaching you guys some of the way on how to write it. So you guys don't need to worry. I will be teaching you guys how to write off all the hiragana and katakana version on how to draw each individual word, and I will be teaching like one letter at a time. Like R will be R, and I will teach you guys how to write the hiragana and the katakana version. I'm not going to go speedily like oh R E U E O kaki ko keko. I'm not going to speed everything. I'm going to teach you one by one slowly. So it'll be all short videos on each individual letter. That will be how I'm going to teach you guys on the word of the day. Next will be the variety. So basically, what is the variety? I know some people will come across some words like, for example, like this word key. That I know some people will be like, oh, there are key got different way of words form. Yes, there are many way. Some Japanese hiragana and katakana got different form. And like for example, key, if you add a ya, it will pronounce as gyaku. Kyoku. So like there are different forms, and if you look at the it's like it just add a little small other letter to it, a smaller version of it, and yet it became a whole new different pronunciation. Like Kyoku is totally different. And if you add like a 2 little dot to the top, it became a gi. So it's like there are rare form of Japanese hiragana and katakana, and I will tell you if I come across such letter, I will indicate it, as well as teach you guys what is the difference of it, how it's being used, as well as some of the example of it. And what kind of example of it will be it will depend on the letter of the day itself. So for example, if I'm going to teach you guys, I'll be explaining in this way. Alright guys, don't need to worry about anything. So I will some example. If there is too many example, I will indicate some of the example, and then how you guys need to take note of it, and some of the common word that is being used. Like so let's say for example today lesson, I sure you guys want to learn some simple examples today. So let's just learn some the Japanese greeting ways. The first one will be konnichiwa. I know there are some people who already learn Japanese and will be like, no, Ame Sensei, that is pronounced as konnichiwa. Oh, shut up! Listen to Ame Sensei, alright? So basically, like in Japan, there are some variety. Like I will teach you guys the difference of the word. Why is it like written as konnichiwa but pronounced as konnichiwa? The thing is that it's actually based off and if you I have released a old video which I'll put in the link. But if you guys, I mean, it's kind of draggy, but if you guys really want to learn the differences of ha and wa, I will indicate the link in the description so you guys can go and take a look. It's a very long explanation, but summarize, I would just say that ha and wa. It's just that it's just old Japanese way of pronouncing it for the ha, and it's written as wa. So basically, it's very simple. Is that in this case we always use konnichiwa and konbanwa. So like for example, in this earlier one would be konnichiwa mean good afternoon or hello. For konbanwa, it just simply mean good evening. And if you want to say ohayo gozaimasu, what's the difference? And that is good morning. But if there is fun fact about it or something that I know that most textbooks don't teach, then I'll indicate a special part where, like, example, like ohayo gozaimasu can also be used before work. So basically, if you are working in a Japanese company and you want to greet to a Japanese people and start out the day, like for example, if normally even if in the afternoon or at night time, it's also alright to say ohayo gozaimasu, meaning to say that ohayo gozaimasu in this case means that I'm here to start my work. It's not mean good morning. It's actually basically mean a greeting to start out that you're here to start your work. So it's like I am going to teach you guys some of the this is how I'm going to teach you guys, and basically from now on I will release I won't say daily, no, but I will release video on time when I'm able to record, as well as how edit it if there is any requirement for it. And I will teach you guys on like in this case the teaching method will be the word of the day, the pronunciation for it, as well as how to write it, the variety of the word, on what is there any difference or if there is a variety of the word itself, as well as the ensemble. The one that had the more explanation will be ensemble. If I mean like some of the ensemble if you guys are really wanted, but some of the ensemble I will keep it short and simple. Some of the ensemble I might keep it long, so it depends on the situation. But the one thing is that the how to write it, if you guys are really worried about how to write, don't worry. I am going to teach properly you guys how to write it, because I have a tablet here, all I need is a blank screen, a pen here, and I will teach you guys on how to write each individual word itself. So there are many, like I will teach you guys how to write simple words, so you guys don't need to worry. Don't need to worry, alright? I'm going to teach you guys how to write it. There are it's so easy. Hola. So I will teach you guys on how I normally write it, the hiragana and the katakana. And if in some case, like after the hiragana and katakana, once you guys learn it, if there is kanji for it, that will be on future video. But let's start with the hiragana and katakana, so you guys don't need to worry on how you're gonna write the word individually. So this will be, you guys will slowly learn Japanese and able to understand it. So you guys don't need to worry. Ame Sensei is here to help you guys, alright? So this will be just a short video, and this is actually class lesson 0. Lesson 1, 2, 3, 4 will be starting from I believe will be the hiragana and the katana version of the Japanese letter. So the goju on, which is basically the alphabet of hiragana and katakana, will be taught slowly. I don't know want you guys to slowly say, oh, I don't know how to write this, I don't know how to write that, I don't know how to pronounce this. In due time, my child, my student, you guys will slowly learn it, alright? So don't need to worry. That's it for now. If you guys really want to start learning Japanese and you need me to teach you guys, just if you are subscribed to the video, just make sure to watch my video when I'm upload them. And for those who are here, new subscriber or not subscribed, and you want to learn some Japanese from me, well, just subscribe and just click on the word subscribe and then like, share, and comment on what word that you might some of the question you are confused with, or some of the thing that you might unsure with, and I will comment it accordingly or reply accordingly. So that's it for now. So for everyone who are watching this in the morning, have a good day. Everyone who are watching this at night time, have a good night rest. See you at the next video or stream. Bye.